من المؤمنين رجال صدقوا ما عاهدوا الله عليه فمنهم من قضى نحبه ومنهم من ينتظر وما بدلوا تبديلا.
Dear brothers and sisters, the history book, the Islamic history book tells us of a land that carried believers in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, a land that carried the army of Al-Arsalan rahimahullah ta'ala. Al-Arsalan was a Muslim commander of a Muslim army of 15,000, and he spent his life doing jihad for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. On their way back to Khurasan, and he was coming back with the army and they had gone through battles here and there, a messenger came to Al-Arsalan and told him the news as he whispered. And he told him that the emperor of Constantinople has heard of all the victories that your army has done. And so he has prepared an army of 600,000 Romans to destroy you. And subhanallah, look at the numbers, dear brothers and sisters. Arsalan had 15,000 mujahid, and the kuffar came with 600,000 Christians to destroy Islam. They did not gather that many people for no other reason than fear that they had of Islam and the Muslims. They gathered those numbers because of the cowardice that they tasted in their hearts. And so Arsalan looked at his army of 15,000 people, 15,000 mujahid, and he knew that this meant death for every single one of his army. And he thought to himself, what shall he do? Shall he go back to Khurasan and let that army take over the land and let them spread their shahawat, spread their desires and evil and vice in their land? Or was he going to stand like a rock in their face and die for the sake of La ilaha illallah? And he knew what his decision was, and the iman began to shine from his heart. He went into his tent and he took his stove, his garments from his coffin, and he dressed in that. And he took the hanut, the fragrance that you put on a dead body, he put it on his body, and he walked out to his army and he addressed them. He said to his people in the army, he said, Al-yawm al-islamu fi khatar. Today, Islam is in danger. وَالْمُسْلِمُونَ كَذَلِكَ. And the Muslims are in danger. وَإِنِّي أَخْشَى أَنْ يُقْضَى عَلَى لَا إِلَهَ إِلَّا اللَّهِ مِنَ الْوُجُودِ. And I fear that La ilaha illallah will be wiped out from existence. And he said, and I fear that Islam will be wiped out from existence. And then he called out to the people, Wa Islama, Wa Islama. Oh Islam, when you fear for something, you scream out, Wa Islama, I fear for Islam, I fear for Islam. And then he told the people, Ha ana takaffant. He said, look at me, I have put on my soul, the dress that I'm going to be resurrected to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And I have put on the hanut. فَمَنْ أَرَادَ الْجَنَّةِ فَلْيَلْبِسْ كَمَا لَبِسْ. Whoever wants paradise, let him dress as I have dressed. And so the army of 15,000 mujahids, they went into their tents and prepared themselves. Every single one of them went in and put on the dress, the coffin, and came out with the hanut fragrance covering over the entire army. And they came out with their cries of Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Ya khayl Allah irkabi, Ya khayl Allah isbuti. They called out, dear brothers and sisters, have you ever seen an army of 15,000 mu'mins in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala dressed in the garments of their death? Have you ever smelled 15,000 mujahids in the fragrance of death, hanut, hovering over the entire army? The army came out and they prepared for this battle. When Al-Arsalan and his entire army, just like this, met with that army of 600,000 Romans, the heads began to fall off. The skulls were falling to the ground, and blood streamed through the cracks and through the valley. And when the dust cleared, the flag of La ilaha illallah was raised. And Al-Arsalan, and the person, the Mubashir, he called out that the Romans have fled and they're running away, and that their leader, Romanus, the great Roman general, has been captured. And so many people died that day, martyrs insha'Allah ta'ala. And the people that were left, the Muslims in that army, they turned back crying. By Allah, they did not cry because they missed any war spoils. They were crying because they had to take off their coffin. They had to take off the garments that they had taken to die for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And Al-Arsalan was one of those people. As he took off his garments, he cried and he cried and he thanked Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Dear brothers and sisters, this is what's in the history books.